welcome to Ask the Doctor. My name is Jerry McGee, and I'll be your host for today's show. We're here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at Wellness Associates with Dr. Eugene Goldberg. Dr. Goldberg, thank you very much for your time today. On today's episode, we want to talk about the problem of injuries resulting from auto accidents. We've had different questions come in on, maybe you have somebody that's out there, like today, we were having some snow today. Maybe they're in that low speed fender bender. Maybe they just get that tap in the rear end of their car. Not a high speed, not a lot of damage to the car. Cars were driven away. Mm-hmm. Is that something, what is your philosophy on even those very low speed accidents that we tend to shrug off and do nothing compared to the very high speed accidents? What have you seen as far as injuries and the need for chiropractic care no matter what the speed of the accident?
In my experience, somebody who's in, let's say, a 5-mile-per-hour fender bender, those are the ones that really want to get checked, because in my experience, Jerry, I've noticed that people come in the office 6 months after that and they're worse. And they don't even make the connection. I have to make the connection for them, because basically, Jerry, what happens is it incubates. And what that means is it's a fancy way of saying it gets worse. So you have the 5-10 mile an hour fender bender. That affects your neck. The research shows that something like that affects your neck. Now, if it's over 30 miles per hour, that affects your low back. So they come in 6 months later with headaches, neck pain, pins and needles down the upper extremity. That's all from that 5-10 mile per hour fender bender that they don't make the connection. Then they need treatment. So if you have a problem, if you don't even have a problem, if you're in a fender bender and you like shrug it off and you're taking pain pills, that's the time to get checked, to nip it in the butt. Mm-hmm. It's just like a dentist would say, if you have a cavity, get the cavity fixed before it becomes a root canal. So 6 months later, they come to me, it's already a root canal. Mm-hmm. So be proactive, nip it in the butt when it's, let's say, a cavity in your spine, like you can get a cavity in your spine just like you get a cavity in your teeth. Mm-hmm. It's called a subluxation, which is a vertebrae out of position pressing on the nerve. 90% of the time, Jerry, you don't know it's even pressing on the nerve. Why? Because 90% of the time it's silent. So to answer your question, definitely be proactive and get it checked.
Yeah, I think it's, it is important as viewers are watching this that anytime your body gets a, lack of a better word, a jolt or,
trauma.
Maybe even, as simple as, falling off of a seat and you get that jolt.
That's trauma.
Like you would have, right. I mean, it's important to not put that off and say, oh, everything's going to be okay, and shake off those little aches and pains. But that is the best time to come in and get something done early and proactively versus waiting for it to manifest into a more serious problem.
Or at least get it checked. I mean, I get my uncle was a dentist. He said, get your teeth checked every 6 months. Mm-hmm. Now, if you're in a traumatic incident, falling off a chair, car accident, you need to get it checked more than anybody. I mean, in my opinion, everybody should get their spine checked every 6 months, like you get your teeth checked every 6 months. Why? Because we're spinal specialists, just like a dentist specializes in the teeth, we specialize in the spine. You can get false teeth, Jerry. You can't get a false spine. Mm-hmm. So don't you think you want to take care of your spine?
Well, personally, I do, yes.
I believe in the future, everybody's going to go up and say, who's your chiropractor? Mm-hmm. And you're going to say, I don't have one. You're going to say, you don't have a chiropractor? Mm-hmm. That's serious. It's like saying, who's your dentist? Everybody has a dentist. In the future, I believe, Jerry, everybody's going to have a chiropractor. Mm-hmm. It's just as important, your spinal care, just like your teeth care. Mm-hmm. So you adjust your spine so you brush your teeth. It's the same thing.
Now, since we're talking about auto accidents, let's address this issue of insurance type things.
Sure.
Okay, what is your experience from an insurance standpoint? How would that work with somebody in an auto accident? I mean, a lot of insurance companies try to get you to sign off on things before you are really aware of where you're at.
That's unfortunate, but this is Pennsylvania, so we're in a no-fault state, and what that means is if Susie hits Janie, Janie's insurance pays for her medical care. Okay, and of course you can sue the person that hit you, and then that's called pain and suffering. That's got nothing to do with us. Mm-hmm. All we're concerned about is you get the care that you need. Mm-hmm. In the state of Pennsylvania, it's a no-fault state, and what that means is your own private insurance, they do the coverage, and it's automatic for chiropractic, orthopedic care, whatever care you need. We're considered primary care physicians in the state of Pennsylvania. So if you're in a lot of people don't understand, so that's a good question. So if you're in a car accident, you're covered automatically for chiropractic care.
Yeah, I think that is something critical for people to understand, this whole, primary care physician for that type of problem. Because I think too many times people are told different things and they're rushing to the wrong medical, practitioner for their specific problem. I mean,
don't sign anything. To answer your question, don't sign anything.
Right. Well, and that's why I think it's important for even somebody in that little fender bender to say, I'm at least going to take the time and get the evaluation. What's the, the worst thing that can happen? You could say, oh, everything's good,
That's right.
and you've wasted, half hour of your time.
Which
right?
is great.
Right, but so I think that proactive approach, understanding that, from an insurance standpoint and a legality standpoint, unfortunately in this world, it's important to get these things addressed early before, everything is signed off on, and then all of a sudden you find out you have a problem that now affects your work,
Right.
which affects your income. So it's important to, come in, get that first evaluation. As we talk about in all the videos, one of the best things that you've got here at Wellness Associates is the fact that Dr. Goldberg offers a free initial evaluation for all new patients. So, you can pick up the phone, come down here, get that evaluation, learn about what's here, tap into the knowledge base and the experience that Dr. Goldberg brings to chiropractic care, and just kind of see if this is something that, can have a major impact on you. I think you're going to be amazed when you come in and see the approach that they take here, and the whole body approach to things. You're going to get results, you're going to feel better, and you're going to stay in that tip-top shape that we all, are shooting for. So, with that, we hope you found this video to be educational for you in regards to things that go on during auto accidents, neck injuries, back injuries, and most importantly, don't put it off, don't shrug it off. Pick up the phone, call Wellness Associates, come down, get an evaluation, and see if this is something that can have a major impact on your future health. So with that, thank you very much for watching our video today. Be sure to check back periodically for updates and future episodes. We got a lot of great topics coming up here in this month. So with that, thank you very much for watching. We look forward to seeing you on the next episode.